What's up, y'all? It's your girl V with Reality Recap here for another live Tea Talk session. Today, we are discussing the season finale of Life After Lockup that aired last night. We are streaming live right now across Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. The chats are live for you to tell me your thoughts on the season finale as I give you my unsolicited thoughts. Before we get started, let's take care of a little bit of business. Please make sure you like this video, comment, share it. Subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss any of my live or pre-recorded recaps. It's on the screen coming across. Reality Recap 2876 is how you find me on YouTube. You can also find the YouTube channel and the links in my bio on Instagram and on Facebook and on TikTok. And follow me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok at what you see right here, reality_recap, for all the trending reality news and gossip. We're going to get into each one of the couples. Again, the chats are live for you to give your thoughts. I'll read your thoughts, your comments. Interact with me, guys. I appreciate it. And again, hit those likes, hit those hearts, hit those thumbs. I appreciate it. Let's get into the first couple, the throuple of the season, Kiana, Demondrick, and Joella. In this episode, Joella reached out to Demondrick. She texted him, let him know that she was willing to drop the charges if Kiana would sit down with her alone, face to face. And she, I guess, went and sat down before she went to a restaurant and sent them the location, I'm assuming. And before she got a yes or no if they were coming, she was already at the restaurant ordering food, child. So she sat there and Demondrick and Kiana discussed it back and forth in the car. It looked like they was on their own little date. And Demondrick is saying like, "Oh, wish you got the feds there. I don't know, but let's just resolve this. I need both of you in my life. That's the mother of my children. You're my woman." But Kiana decides that she was not going to sit down with Joella. Um, I told you I really wanted them to sit down because they need to exchange notes, right? Because even though in this episode, Demondrick is saying how, oh, it may have started because of him, because he was messing with the two of them, it became personal. No, 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 sir. This is all your fault. Like, it's your fault. I mean, they have to take accountability as well. Don't get me wrong, but it's him going back and forth between them, telling one thing, telling the other one another, keep going back and messing with Joella, allegedly. That's what she said. But I just feel like he is the root of all the problems. And then on top of that, Joella taking accountability for continuing to go back and mess with the man. If he didn't commit himself to you and he's saying he's in a relationship or living with her and you and allowing him to come in and out of your bed, which she did come on here and take accountability for, just saying, like, y'all grown and like her grandma said, if you keep letting him bounce you like a ball, then that's what the hell he gonna do. So yeah, Kiana decided that she wasn't gonna go and sit down with Joella. Joella hops in an Uber and then goes to Kiana's house. I get where she's coming from, where she's saying, like, well, this person is, Kiana's going to be around my kids. We need to be cordial. I'm going to go talk to her. But y'all should have did that way back when they was dating and when he came home and set some rules and boundaries. You can't sleep with the man, accuse her and press charges against her, and then think you're going to go knock on her door and have a conversation. Now, Joella. I said, I really wish that Joella would not have gone to her house. I don't know how she could have expected that to go well. I really don't. I really don't understand how she could expect that to go well. Hey, Toria, thank you for checking in on Facebook. Yeah, I don't. I can't for the life of me understand why she would think that would be a great decision. But she decides to show up there at Kiana's house. Kiana's not willing to have a conversation with her. It came across the screen that the cameras turned off, or the cameras turned off, but audio stayed active. Okay. So we could hear what was being said, but she was not willing to discuss anything on camera with Joella. She got an open case. Why would she? You know? And to me, I was just saying, I wish Joella did not go to the house because it didn't help her case. Everybody around here is saying, I ain't gonna say everybody, but there's been a few of y'all in my comments saying that Joella vandalized her own car or that she's obsessed with Demondrick. And Kiana has been pushing that narrative that Joella is doing this on some if she can't have Demondrick, nobody can type mentality. So her showing up unannounced to have this conversation really didn't help her side of the story that she's over him. I just really wish she did not do that. At this point, you're gonna have to communicate through Demondrick. Demondrick's living with her. Eventually, do you guys need to have a conversation? Maybe you have to be adults sooner or later, but at this point, your kids are already around Kiana. They already attached to her kids and everything. So that didn't go well. And Joella, she gets in back in her Uber and she's telling everybody in the confessional how she's done with him. She's not going to be his side bitch anymore. But she alleges that Demondrick is still texting her, that he texted her earlier that day, trying to hump on her. Now, did y'all believe them text messages was real? Let me know. I wish I could put a poll up here, but do y'all think them text messages was real? I put it in my thumbnail. I'm gonna put it up here and I'll make myself smaller so you can see. This was a piece of the text messages that they put on the screen. That is not an Android or or an Apple bubble. I don't know what that is. It ain't green. I know my text message bubbles don't look like that. And then on top of that, do y'all really think that he texted and he put all them asterisks instead of just cursing? That made absolutely no sense to me. So I don't know what to believe, but do I believe this is a real text message? No, I feel like this is curated storyline by production. But not to say that he might not still be trying to be with her, but whether he is or not, he's not claiming you publicly. He is not trying to be with you publicly. He's trying to date and court Kiana and take her on the little duck rides in the pond. So at this point, gotta just let it go. At the end, it did say that they were co-parenting and that was it. But these text messages did not look real to me. First of all, I love your screen name on Instagram. Baby Back Ribs 46 said the baby mama mad because I don't think he's humping her no more. Yeah. I think that I think a few things, right? With that. I feel like Joella's trying to prove herself. She's trying to prove that she's not just this scorned woman after Demondrick, that he is coming to sleep with her or mess with her. Like she's trying to prove that, but I would just move on. Like I really would. But yeah, I didn't think those text messages was real. Baby Rack Rib said nope, she didn't think they was real. Janae on Facebook, thank you for checking in, said no as well. You didn't think that they were real. What else are you guys saying? Latoya saying, I wonder was her first love like he's for Kiana. I don't know. She didn't mention if that was her first love when she was on. She just mentioned, they had been together for some time and she dealt with infidelity while she was with him. I don't know what you would want him back for, but she dealt with infidelity and then him, there was some overlap with him messing with Kiana. Yeah, she's busy defending herself when she should just set the boundaries and move on. I totally agree. Janae said, I feel he was playing them both and know he trying to pick one. Now he trying to pick one over the other. Yeah, he definitely was ping-ponging back and forth, and now he wants to get serious about Kiana. But that doesn't mean that he's going to be faithful to Kiana. I wish her all the best with her struggle, and there's pretty much a leopard doesn't change his spots. So whatever he did to Joella or if he did wrong, he will get his karma, as well as if Kiana was messing with him while and knew of Joella or whatever, then wish them all the best with their struggle and move on. I don't know. Joella had posted some guy saying that she had moved on with this new boo, but she hasn't posted him since. She's been really focused on cosmetology school and her makeup line. So she hasn't posted the guy since, because she posted him a screenshot of their FaceTime and the internet went and found the man on social media. So I don't know if they scared him off or what, but I was saying, girl, what did you expect? You are on national TV. Did you think nobody was going to find him because you just posted a screenshot of Facebook? Man, listen. That ain't how I work around here. Honeybee, thank you for checking in on Instagram. Said, think the BM is pissed he played her and now she's trying to show face. He playing them both. Typical baby daddy behavior. Totally agree. He is the problem. I was like, I was taken aback that he sat there and said, well, it started over me messing with the both of them, but then it became personal. Did he really try to take himself out of the equation? Like this ain't all his fault? I said the nerve of this fool, y'all. The nerve. Yeah, he definitely was messing with both of them. Tori says the new guy in prison. If so, she going down the wrong road again. I don't know if he's in prison. Did that look like a prison call? Now you're gonna have me go back and look at the picture. I don't know if he was in prison or not. I didn't see that on the internet streets. She just said that everybody, like people on Facebook, went and found his social media handles or found his accounts after he posted the pictures. She posted it, but I don't know if he's in jail or not, honey. I don't think they have them spackled ceilings like that in jail. Do they? No. I think it would be cement. I don't think they got spackled ceilings in jail, so I'm not sure. I don't think so. But yeah, let me put them back on the screen so y'all know who we talking about, right? But yeah, I just, we didn't see too much of Kiana and Demondrick and Joella in this episode other than, her getting dissed and them not going to sit down with her. I don't know where they go from here or if we'll even see them another time. I think at this point it's pretty much over. The case has been dismissed, but I had spoiled that for y'all weeks ago and told you that, it showed on the internet that the case that Joella had against Kiana had already been dropped and dismissed. So at least she can go on, it doesn't mess up her record. And if she wants to be with Demondrick, she said they want to grow and have own properties and grow their family. All the best to them, honey. And I wish the best to Joella. She really been grinding, y'all. So listen, she says she learned from her mistakes and she takes accountability. She felt a sense of, I guess, entitlement to Demondrick being that they were together first or they have 3 children together. And I told her, I get it. I get it. I told her I'm married to my baby daddy, but if I wasn't, you probably would feel some type of entitlement. We got to put ourselves in people's shoes sometimes. But yeah, I mean, I just want them both to move on. If Kiana wants to be with Demondrick, cool. Joella, do your thing. All the best to you with your cosmetology license and your makeup line and all of the things that you're trying to accomplish to set a better life for your children. I wish her all the luck in the world. Right. But yeah, it was a little bit of short. It was short. We didn't see too much of them last night in this episode, but she says she's moving on, y'all. So let's hope she keeps her word. Let's move on to the next couple. Next couple was JK and Brooke. Listen, Honey Bee said all love, exactly. Baby back, I agree. The common denominator is Demondrick. He is the problem. JK and Brooke, we start off with them where we left off in the last episode where Brooke, baby back, you sick of them? I'm sick of Brooke's voice, her yelling and her trying to act like she tough, and every time she turned around, she getting pulled down in the ground somewhere. But Brooke and JK, we start off with them where we left off, where Brooke pulled up to JK's house because she been calling him. He's not answering because he went to visit his ex-girlfriend after hearing through his father that I think we've all agreed that JK father wants JK's ex Alex. I think we all agree on that. Right? But he heard through his father that Alex, his ex-girlfriend, is pregnant. We know because we seen it, that he's been messing with Alex. He's been sleeping with Alex. So he goes over to see Alex because what she tells him, there's a 50-50 chance that this baby or this pregnancy could be his child. So he goes to have a conversation with her. Alex wants JK to be with her. She has made it very clear that she wants him to leave Brooke. She's the one that he always coming back to, always knocking on that door and she open it. It's like, if you open your legs, he gonna come, right? So I don't know what you're expecting. But again, he's not trying to be with her. Brooke finds JK very disrespectful, yelling, screaming, knocking on the door. Y'all know JK lived with his mama, disrespecting that woman's house. And the police was called for a noise complaint. Police come, they calm down. She's sucking on that vape, talking about saying everything's cool, everything's all right. Police leave and she back to yelling and screaming. I'm like, bitch, they about to come back for you. What are you doing? Get on my nerves. But the yelling, and she's yelling about how she ain't cheated and he's supposed to be her husband and promised to come home and take care of her kids. The fact that you are depending on a recovering drug addict and ex-con to take care of your kids, I don't know what's going on there. You really should want him to get himself together first. He's still on an air mattress in his mother's living room. You don't think you want to work that out? Like, no shade. If you want to date somebody locked up, cool. If you want to help them rehabilitate and come out and be a better person, but you can't have him come out of jail from doing 6+ years with a drug addiction that he's trying to overcome, and expect him to jump right into being a family man and taking care of your two sons. That alone makes absolutely no sense. And I really just wanted her to go home. Like, leave off this man porch. He done told you he messing with Alex and had the nerve to say he was messing with Alex because you was getting on his nerves. But he was doing that when he first got home. Before y'all was still cool. Y'all was in his mama's roommate room in her hospital bed humping. And he went and saw Alex anyway. He was already talking to her anyway. So it ain't got nothing to do. I hate when a man try to blame his cheating on you. Like, no, you wasn't man enough to say, I don't want to be with you no more, and this is what I want to go do. That's the problem. But JK is telling her that he cheated because who wants to deal with this all the time? Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't want to deal with Brooke yelling and following me and tracking me either. But you broke the trust. That's where you are. And that's what she did. She smacked the shit out of JK. I ain't gonna hold you. He deserved it. He deserved it. He deserved it. This man ain't got a serious bone in his body. He deserved that smack for real. Let's read some of y'all comments. Honeybee said Alex hurt his feelings so bad. Yeah, Alex did, because Alex can't keep her hot pocket to herself. She cheated on him while he was locked up. And he didn't get over it, yet he still went back to continue to mess with her. And he thought that Brooke was going to help him get over that. And that's just not what's happening here. So, Baby Back said, typical man, if you give it up, they taking it from whoever. Exactly. If you give it up, you taking it. They don't love him. JK don't love nobody. All that mess and that lock he put on that random gate talking about they locked in forever. Stop it, bruh. Stop it. Okay. Honeybee said he hates Brooke. She gets on all his nerves, and his stepdad spoke all the truth. Yeah, get on the mama nerve, the stepdad nerve. Mama said, listen, I don't want her. I don't want you around her. She gonna get you locked back up. Y'all out there arguing. She's smacking you. The police pulling up. You are still on paper, bruh, for a lot of years to come. You don't need that aggravation. Focus on getting out my living room. That's basically what mama was saying. How about you focus on that? Toria said, we have to get an interview from Louis again. The people want to hear from them and congratulate him on his success. They would like to know how everything is going. Yeah, I mean, I'll definitely reach out to Louis and I forget why is her name escaping me right now, but it looks like he's doing well with his real estate business. They're doing well. Melissa, that's her name. I don't know why that slipped me, but Melissa's doing well with her content creator stuff. She's, getting deals, and she's also still working at the post office, but they seem to be doing well. I'll definitely reach out to them. But yeah, I don't know what JK and Brooke thought they was going to build off of to begin with. um he's saying that he's not going to mess with her. She says she's done. She drives off, but she sits in the car on the side of the road like, girl, go home to them boys. Go get your kids and stop following and chasing after this man. Because she lives like, we talked about this last weekend. Brooke lived like an hour and some change away from JK. He is not around the corner. So stop leaving your kids with your mama so you can go chase this man. Just go home, girl. But what kills me, she went home. She tells She tells her, hi, Joella. Joella's here, God. What did you miss? You missed us talking about you, Joella. You know you the first couple. You know, well, not couple, but you get it. You know you gonna be the first topic. Okay. So we already done talked about you. But Joella's here, guys. Say hi to her. She said the way she slapped him, slapped the shit out of him, girl. But he deserved it, Joella. He deserved it. So, yes, Joella, you know we was gonna talk about you first. So you have to come up here and do an interview now that your season is over. Hopefully, WeTV will let you talk a little bit more freely. Joella, why you here? Was that text message real they put up on that screen? Because it don't look real, girl. Ain't no way he typed his curses with asterisks in it. Is that a real text message? Joella said, hey. She said, hey, y'all. Let us know if that text message was real while we sitting here talking about JK. Oh, Instagram is saying hi, Joella. Honeybee said, wait, that's the baby mama. Hey, girl, I'm rooting for you. So Honeybee 80, yes, that's Joella. She's here. She's checking in through Facebook. She is here. But let us know if that text message was real. Brooke goes on to tell her children that she broke up with JK. And I literally, before the children could even speak or respond, up, Joella said, heck no, that text message ain't real. Yeah, them bubbles, them don't look like Apple bubbles. They definitely ain't Android bubbles because they wasn't green. He did not type no asterisks in his curse words. Like I said, that mess ain't real. But yeah, there you have it. Joella said that the text messages they put up were not real. But before Brooke's sons could even respond to her telling them that she was no longer with JK, I literally wrote in my notes, I said, they can't miss what they never had. We never saw JK actually around her children trying to step into the stepfather role. We never actually saw that. He was too busy riding around that pickup truck, slurring his words and doing whatever he was doing and going to see Alex over at her haunted house, child. So we never saw it. So why would they miss it? And I said the kids got more sense than Brooke. They telling her that, he's no good for you. You deserve better. He is a drug addict. He just got home from jail. They didn't really like him anyway. She was expecting them to be upset about it. No, girl. They just fine. They want to see you in a happy, healthy, thriving relationship. They don't want to see you in this nonsense, girl. So that went way better than she expected. I didn't expect it to go bad or them to be crying or sad about JK, who they barely saw. She spent all her time chasing him over there where he lived, not him coming up there. We never saw him go to her house. But the kicker, y'all, is the fact that Brooke moved her children and moved herself. She did get a job at a daycare. She moved into a new apartment, all for her to start accepting collect calls from another inmate. I know you lying. I know you lying. No, she didn't go through all of that and did not learn her lesson, did not listen to her own children, and now she messing with another inmate. Brooke will be back. We'll see Brooke again. Baby back ribs 46 said, and the kids told her how they really felt, and they only put up with JK because they never liked him anyway. Yep, exactly. Exactly. Victoria said, yes, Joella has won me over, and I'm cheering for her because I see the change and see her on top of her shit, and that's what's up. Yes, Joella been doing her thing. She been hustling for sure. Princess said, ask Joella for a life update. Joella, you got a life update? I could tell you a little of it, Princess, because I follow her. She has definitely been on her grind. She's doing her cosmetology thing. She's looking for models too in her area. So if y'all in Texas or live near Joella, she's been looking for models. She's doing her cosmetology thing, getting her license. She's working on her makeup line, getting her website up. She's been grinding. She's been putting up positive quotes. She said she got a new boo. Joella, let us know you still with the new boo, or did the internet scare him off? After they went and found him after you posted his picture, the internet found his social media. But let us know if she's still in the comments. how things are going. But yeah, definitely Joella been doing her thing. She been hustling for sure. But yeah, so there you have it. Brooke moved to a whole new, I think she's still in Texas, but moved to another part of Texas, got a job in a daycare. So she does have a job now. And talking to another inmate. We didn't get into who the inmate was. I said, Lord have mercy. We might see Brooke back on Love during lockup for a second round of love with somebody else. We'll we'll have to see. But I just couldn't believe. I honestly thought when she was driving and she got the collect call, I was like, oh shit, JK went back to jail because I ain't seen that online. He got his teeth and he teasing a new baby on his timeline, but it's really just a family member of his that had a baby. Um, in the final comments of the show, it said that he was still waiting to understand or get determination if Alex's baby was his or not. So he hadn't found that out yet. So I don't know if JK and Alex gonna be back on Love After Lockup together, if it is his baby. But he said, he out here, what we all thought, right? He said he out here having fun, living his life. He been gone for 6+ years. He gonna come out and do his thing. And he caught him a fish. And he said, it's plenty fish in the sea. And he pulled out an ugly catfish. That is definitely a metaphor of what you gonna be running into out here. Some catfish. But good luck with that, JK. Good luck with that. Yeah, honeybee. Yeah, she did get a job. It did say that at the end of the episode. Tori said Brooke don't need to be looking for a man. She needs to focus on fixing her life. Exactly. But listen, she back to collecting, getting them collect calls. So there you have it. But yep, JK out there catching catfish. He said he reached out to Brooke trying to see the children. Like, you want to see them now? You wasn't seeing them when you was with her. But he said that he hasn't heard back and probably won't hear back. They're good, sir. Move right along. Who's up next? Will and Courtney. Let's talk about Will and Courtney. I just wanted Will to get on a goddamn plane and go home. Leave Portland and go back to where he from, Sacramento or something. Like, just go home, Will. The girl don't like you. She was just using you. She laughing in your face. He pouring his heart out. I'm just over it. Nurse T, thank you for checking and said JK is such a loser, and I call him Jokey Smo Jokey Smurf. And what did Brooke say? She said his name JK stand for just kidding. I don't really want to be in a relationship. Definitely the case. But yeah, I just wanted Will to go home, y'all. Like, I still don't understand why production made them sit down for a final interview and put his heart through the shredder like that, because we never really actually seen them do that before, where they make a couple that already broke up or is deciding to go through a divorce to sit down and do a final interview. I don't know why they did that to him. He was stressed the hell out, smoking and drinking the whole time, smoking cigarettes. Joella said, she said, laugh out loud. No, y'all didn't. I'm supposed to go visit him soon, but I have a test and tax class to start as well. But we're planning. Said, crazy thing is what I've been doing, but I'm doing good. And to let everybody know, I have been getting dressed, but I have severe depression. But I've been getting my ass up because y'all not going to keep talking about me. Girl, don't let them do that. She said, oh, I've been invited to hair classes as well. Okay. Well, there's your update, guys. So it sounds like it's a long distance relationship with the new boo, and she's planning to visit, but she's taking a tax class and she's doing her cosmetology stuff. Don't be depressed, Joella. Like, you burn the wig, you're moving on, and that's what it is. You live and you learn. Listen, nobody out here perfect, girl. We all been through crazy shit and in love with a man we shouldn't have been in love with, and vice versa for some of these dudes out here. But you live and you learn, sis. Keep pushing. The people are supporting you. Over here, we support you. I appreciate you showing up and speaking your truth. So don't be depressed. I know it's easier said than done. I've been there, but we are praying for you and rooting for you. All right. And Latoria still seems to think Will and Courtney are paid actors. She is sticking to that. She thinks that they are paid actors. Uh, baby and baby back rib said, Joella, just set your boundaries with your baby daddy and move on. That's right. You still here thriving, hustling, grinding for your kids, being a good mom. We support you. And you take your time and you heal and you grow. And best of luck to you. But yeah, Will and Courtney, they still doing their final interview. You know, he's talking about how they slept together a couple days after he got the divorce papers from Courtney. He went back over there and he slept with her unprotected and finding out that she had been sleeping with other people. Now she tells us that she only slept with one person because she was upset that he wanted a divorce, as if she wasn't out here acting a complete fool, but she blamed her one supposedly person she slept with on the fact that Will was looking to divorce her. She's laughing at him, talking about how long he gonna be outside crying. Where he at, dude? Let's get this over with. She showed up to the interview, dropped off by another dude. She say she ain't sleeping with that person. Do I believe it? Absolutely not. Courtney sleeps with everybody to get money and keep herself surviving. I will say, while he's pouring his heart out and telling her how much he loved her and cared for her and wanted to be there for her, how he makes time for her, even though he's taking care of a dying parent and trying to get his app off the ground, he makes time for her. She's laughing in his face, but she did have a valid point. She asked the man, she said, when you went to go look on a prison website for love, did you think that it was going to be a smooth transition and relationship with no turmoil, bumps in the road? Like, it was a valid question. Courtney is absolutely out of her mind for even marrying this man. She clearly was using him. But Courtney had a great point. Like, what were you really expecting of me? I had a drug addiction. I had been in jail. Did you really think I was going to come home and it was just going to be rainbows and roses? Like, I said, I told you, she out of her mind. She is a player from the Himalayas, but she had a point. She really did. Like, you can't say it. Honeybee said Courtney is ruthless, you know? She is. She had no sympathy. That's why I was saying I just wanted Will to go home. I wouldn't even have agreed to do the interview. I don't know if he had to do it because of contractual reasons, but I would have said my piece, not even said my piece. Like, I don't, why do you want to hear or ask her if she cheated? It's obvious she's cheated. That boy, Mark wasn't giving her money for nothing. This man ain't dropping her off for none. We saw her kissing that toothless woman on camera. You already know what time it is. She didn't have a job at the time and she was going to do what she had to do. She was going to use what she got to get what she want. We know what time it is. I mean, it does look like she got a job. How ironic, she got a job working in a mechanic shop. I said, because that's what she used to do, right? She used to steal cars and send them to the chop shop so she could pay for her drug habit. So very fitting. She loves working with cars. Makes sense. Baby Back Rib said those type of relationships work. My niece is married to an ex-con and they are happy, and I didn't think they can work well. I see it close up. It works if the people are ready for it. Exactly. No, we've seen it on this show, right, baby? Right? We've seen Keith and Letitia. We've seen Justine and Mike. We've seen there's some couples, Troy and Zaria, even though Zaria was the one that wasn't ready. But Troy and Zaria, not saying that we don't know if they're going to be together forever, but have they made a conscious effort to come home and be good men and support their family and their woman and get married? Yeah, it's possible, but that is a very small population. And those guys didn't have drug addictions. Troy wasn't fighting a drug addiction. Mike wasn't fighting a drug addiction. You know, like there are some men that go in very young because they do wrong, young, living the fast life. They grow up in jail. They don't want to come back and repeat the same mistakes. And they're looking to start a new life and be a good husband and a family man. But that is far few and in between. But for him to think that Courtney, who had already let you know she had sugar daddies that was supporting her, like I'm not sure what he was expecting. It was a very valid question in my opinion. Rob and Teeny, yes, Rob and Teeny's pregnant. Yeah. All those cases, those men went to jail young and spent a large amount of time in jail and decided they were going to come home and want better for them lives. But you are absolutely right, baby back. It's not, you're not going to be able to change the inmate. They have to want to come home and do it for themselves. You're not going to be able to change them. So if it ain't in them, it ain't happening. Yeah, like it's an uphill battle. You know, it's different in my opinion. It's different when you're just messing with somebody that was in the streets, fast money. You know, that's the addiction too, fast money. You know, but that wants to change their life versus someone that was in there and you also have to deal with alcoholism or drug addiction and them coming home and needing to battle that, which it still can work then if that person wants to stay clean and sober, if that person is willing to do the work. You can't do it for them. You can't make them do it for, and they ain't going to do it for you. They got to want to do it for themselves. That is the bottom line. But I tell you, it was a valid point. The girl had a valid question. So he did decide, he said he going to throw himself a divorce party. I said, sir, you were married 2 seconds and you want a divorce party. Just move on. Just, just move the hell on, Will. But she says she ain't thinking about him, that she regret ever talking to him or saying hello back. She's moved on and ain't thought about him. And Will, he went on back on the plane home. I said, finally, finally. So, yeah, all the best to Will. Courtney, get yourself together, girl. Stop using these people for money and just get to the bag yourself. All right. Who else can we talk about? Let's talk about Tisha and Keith. Because what time is it? Okay, because I gotta go do mom shit today. All right. So let's talk about Keith and Letitia. Tisha was upset with Keith. That's where we left off with them because she went to court. She found out she wasn't going to have to serve time, but she had a restitution and she said she was going to be on probation. I did not see that I put the court documents up for you last week. I did not see as part of her plea deal bargain that she had probation, but that's what she mentioned. Long story short, there was a client of Tisha's that said that she went to her to file her taxes, that Tisha told her that she owed the IRS a little over $8,000. The client says she gave the money to Tisha to pay the taxes back, and the client alleges that Tisha did not pay the debt to the IRS, rather kept the money. That's what the lady alleges. Tisha decided not to take that to trial because if she lost, she is an habitual offender for different things. So she was looking at 15 years, like 5 to 15 years. So she decided to take a plea deal where she has to pay back the 8,000 some odd dollars that she owes. And she said probation, but again, I didn't see that in the plea deal paperwork. Yes, Tisha was arrested again over the summer around, I want to say, was it around Labor Day holiday? It was. She was arrested again for fraud driving. She was stopped for a traffic light, had warrants for fraud, and she is now, that's an open case that she's also dealing with as well. But Tisha was upset that she came out. She was so happy she didn't have to go to serve any time. She wanted Keith, and I think it was just honestly a misunderstanding. I don't even want to spend a whole lot of time on it. He was thinking she wanted to have some big elaborate wedding. When she was asking for a vow renewal, he had valid points like, sis, you got restitution. How about we pay that back before we talk about a wedding and spending money. Let's get our money up. Let's save our money so you can have what you really want. But she wanted a vow renewal. He ended up leaving because she was getting loud at the restaurant saying, how you gonna say you don't remember proposing to me? That's not romantic, yada yada yada. She got upset. His family member came to get him, but was also able to kind of smooth out the situation and help him understand where she's coming from with the greatest saying ever, happy wife, happy life. But yeah, his family member came and got him and said, listen, it's a vow renewal. You don't have to spend a whole lot of money. You don't need a whole lot of people there. It's just you guys saying your vows. You mean what you say anyway. So why don't you just do that? And I got what Keith was coming from. He was like on the page of how the hell we gonna have a wedding for our anniversary, and our anniversary is like in 2 or 3 days. He was thinking more grand scale. So misunderstanding, miscommunication. He did end up going home and talking to her and telling her he loves her. He wants to be with her. There's no doubt. They had a very cute little vow renewal ceremony. Her oldest daughter actually looked happy in that scene. She put the veil on her and they were happy. Her youngest daughter as well. It was cute. It was very cute. I'm happy for them. They seem like a solid couple, ride or die couple, and I'm happy for them. Hopefully she can put these court cases behind her and they can move on. Baby Back said, I think he should write vows and pledge them. What's wrong with that? Keith, she did marry you in jail, dude. What's the issue? Yeah, I think, they did have their vow renewal. I think eventually, they may have a wedding. I think that's the ultimate goal as well. But got to pay off that restitution. Now, I'm assuming she paid the restitution, y'all. I forgot to check that. I told y'all I would, and I forgot. My bad. I'm assuming she paid it because in the plea deal, it said that she had to pay it by May of 2025 or they was going to lock her up. So she either paid it or worked out a deal to keep up a payment plan or something. But that was part of the deal, is that it had to be paid by May. So I don't know if she paid it off or not, but she's not locked up. So I'm assuming so. But she has another case she's dealing with. Let's see what Letitia said over here. See, that was her choice. She wasn't forced to marry him in jail. Huh? Yeah, I mean, she wasn't forced to marry him in jail. They actually didn't even get married in jail. It was just through the mail. So that's where Tisha is coming from. Like, she never got to actually say her vows in front of him. They just got married through the mail. They had no type of ceremony, not even an in jail one. So it was just mailed the paperwork to her. She signed, mailed it back, and that was it. So she was looking to at least have a vow renewal. She held him down for 5+ years, married, she deserved that. And a wedding, hopefully. So he understood. They had a great ceremony. And, again, I hope she can put the cases behind her. It looks like she may be writing a book. She put up a cover of a book yesterday, The Stiletto Wearing Felon. I didn't like the cover. I really want Tisha to get another cover. It looked a little bit animated and it made her nose look like a little weird. So she put that up yesterday. And I think she said another book cover was coming because I guess other people felt the same way. They didn't really like it. I don't know if y'all can see that, but you'll see how it looked very cartoonish and the nose looked like a little like this. So, but Stiletto Wearing Felon, the Letitia Collier story, she said. So looks like she may be writing a book. Yep. She said it's written by her, published by her. So yeah, she's working that out. She said pre-orders are live now. So y'all, if y'all want to read her book, head over to her Instagram name is Heart of a Boss is how you can find Tisha and pre-order her book. I appreciate all of Tisha's support. I was able to interview her about a year or so ago. I interviewed her recently, her and Keith. So she's always been supportive of me and my page. People deserve second chances. Let's see what she does with it. But yeah, she's been very supportive and I appreciate that. So yeah. Who else do we have to talk about? Just two more. We talk about Troy and Zariah. Listen, that daggone Karen came to town and always is a laugh for me. Karen came into town. They want to reconcile with her and move forward. Karen talking about saying they want her to be a babysitter. Karen, don't nobody want you to babysit. Like, I'm pretty sure, Karen, we love you, girl. Well, I don't think they want you to babysit, sis. That's not what they called you to town for. But Karen is seemingly upset because she feels like her perception is a little skewed to me, but pretty much she had a conversation with Troy. She feels like Troy has portrayed to the world that she didn't love him or wasn't there for him. And Karen looks at the world kind of like, hey, I was going through my own stuff, my struggles with alcoholism and other things, but I made sure that you was well taken care of. My mom had a big, beautiful house. I had my aunts, my sisters was doing well by you. She doesn't seem to take any accountability that although she had family members there to step up and take care of Troy, that she may not have been there or been the loving mom that he was looking for. She doesn't seem to want to admit that. So they are pretty much agreeing to disagree. Now, I did tell you guys, I feel like Zaria, keep saying it wrong, it's Zaria, was very level headed. I told you I feel like she has changed from the last time we saw her leaving Karen and baby Troy at the train station. She was kind of the mediator and saying like, hey, you have shared with me that you've gone through stuff, that you may have not been there in the capacity that he wanted, but she said, I'm not the bad guy. I don't speak ill about you or tell Troy not to speak to you or talk to you. I am the reason you're here right now. I asked him to have you come to town. Now I do feel like in that conversation we talked a lot about Karen. Zaria really needed to apologize for the things we saw in the last season, right? The way she spoke to Karen, the way she spoke to Troy. And maybe she's done that off camera, but when you embarrass somebody publicly, your apology needs to be as loud publicly, in my opinion. But I do feel like Zaria should have spoke about the rift between her and Karen, and how you had Troy arguing with you and left Karen and his baby at the train station. Now I told y'all that Zaria had did an interview last season that they were on with Mary from Kiki and Kibbitz, and she said that at the time, that she suffers from bipolar disorder, that her meds weren't regulated, and she's gotten that back on track. Listen, I'm not here to say, I ain't nobody's doctor to say if that's real or fake, but that's what she said. And she's kind of shown a different side of herself this season. She definitely is not acting the same that we saw before. Now, she did tell Troy to choke on his breakfast at the beginning of the season. She did tell him to go choke on his breakfast. Hi, No Chaser TV. Thank you for checking in. But yeah, I do feel like, listen, she showed a different side. Toria on Facebook saying, girl, she stay blaming shit on medical. I swear, listen, I am nobody's doctor and I ain't getting into nobody's HIPAA, honey. But that's what she said. She seems to have changed and they're moving forward. She did deliver the baby. Zaria and Troy had a healthy baby boy back in August. The baby was born. So congratulations to them. Troy just wants to be happy. Like, he wants so much to just live a happy, peaceful life. He seems like a faithful, good man and a good father. He was able to have a conversation with his baby mama in Buffalo with Yana and get them squared away. Hopefully, eventually, Yana and Zaria can have their conversation and, be able to move forward. For now, things are cordial between him and Yana. They're co-parenting. So he just wants, he's very hurt that he lost his father while he was locked up. And his father's dreams was just for him to come home and do right. And that's what he set out to do. And I really want that from him. He has put his heart on his sleeve these last season and share a lot with us and his journey and what he went through being locked up with his family, his mom. He just wants peace. And I don't know how that, it might not be possible with that old Karen boy. She is a firecracker, honey, but I wish them all the best as well. So good luck to them and with their new baby. And lastly, we have Mike and Justine on the finale. We found out that Mike did not ask his mom for money. In the last episode, he asked her for $1,000, and we didn't know why. They was trying to make like Mike was about to go flip a chicken, if you get what I'm saying. So he was thinking about going back to the street life and making money because he wanted Justine to have this big lavish wedding that she was trying to have. And he finally told Justine the truth, that they didn't have the money right now, not only for the wedding, but also for the unisex salon that he was supposed to be trying to open up, to start another business. He said that, Justine and Mike, they have a luxury car rental business out in Vegas. And he said that one of his cars, which was a BMW M3, I believe he said, needed a new engine. And that was going to cost about $30,000. Bruh, you just should have went and got a new car. I tell you, BMWs, man, them parts are so expensive. Any luxury car is, but there's just something about BMW that I'm not at that stature where I can have one of them. Cause something go wrong with one of them, it's gonna cost you an arm and a leg and two toes, honey. But I was like, 31,000 for an engine. I just go get another car. Even if you still paying a note on it or whatever's going on, I would do that and put that in the rental car business. But he's saying that they can't have the wedding right now. Justine didn't take it bad. She did feel some type of way, and rightfully so. Like, he should have told her that when he knew that something was going on with the engine, not come all the way to New York, have her looking at venues and getting her hopes up for a wedding, and then to find out that it wasn't going to happen. But Justine took the news well. She even she told him, listen, I don't ever want to hear you say you want to go back to the streets. I don't want that for you. I want you to be here for your kids to see them grow up and graduate and go to college and things like that. So that's not the road I want for you. Solid girl, I guess, for him. But they have, based on the end of the episode, it said that they were going to move their wedding to 2026. I don't know. Justine was working overtime trying to get her a wedding special. I don't know if that's what they're going to get, if we'll see them on another season of Life After Lockup. I kind of think they need to wrap it up at this point. We've seen them. They seem to be doing well and doing music together and music festivals and performing. So I just want them to ride off into the sunset. I'm good off them. I need another couple that has more drama, to be honest, but I wish them the best of luck as well. Toria said, I'm rolling my eyes at them because they're only doing for the show now for the check. They playing it into the camera. Yeah. Because they probably weren't ever really planning to have this wedding. It was just a part of their storyline. You guys know I talked about it. I'll talk about it really quickly. Justine's mom um had some legal issues back in June, a DUI, and also her nursing license was suspended because she was accused of drinking on the job, leaving the job, and then got this DUI. So her mom was in a bit of legal trouble. We'll see if she's able to get her license back, her nursing license back. I don't know the rules of that, after you've been caught drinking on the job, or who would even hire you after that. But yeah, her mom ran into a little bit of trouble legally. I still don't buy into the propaganda that she wasn't a good mom to Justine. She was just tired of Justine's shit. Justine been making poor decisions since she was 13 plus years old. Like, I don't think that she's just a bad, unsupportive mom. She really did show up for her in the wedding planning and venue and things like that. But yeah, she ran into some legal trouble. So yeah, guys, that was our season finale of Life After Lockup. I told you guys that the new season of Love After Lockup would be coming back in June. I thought I was going to say July, in January of 2026. So Love After Lockup will be back. Then we'll see if we get a new season of Love during lockup in between that. I really hope that they don't make us go all the way until January before we get another season of my favorite franchise. So I'm hoping for Love during lockup, but we do know Love After Lockup will be back in January of 2026. It is set to, let me go back to it because I had it up for y'all. But yeah, season 7 will be coming back in January. So y'all look out for that. Y'all know I have you on the sneak peeks. I put up some episode highlight clips from the finale on my pages today. So make sure y'all go check them out and comment and like those videos. But yeah, that was our recap. It's been fun, but don't forget, I'm still recapping other things, guys. So I'll be back tomorrow to recap Bell Collective, which premiered last night. I'm recapping Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, all the things. Real Housewives of Potomac comes back tomorrow. I'll be recapping that on Monday. So fall winter lineup is here. We will be getting it going with all of the recaps. Some will be live, some will be pre-recorded. So that's why you have to make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's coming across the screen, Reality Recap 2876. Or you can get to my channel in the link in my bio on Facebook and on Instagram or TikTok. And follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. What you see right here, reality_recap, for all the trending reality news. Thank you, Honeybee, for checking in. Thank you, Baby Back Ribs, Toria, Janae, Jawela. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me on this Saturday afternoon. Before I get out of here, as I always say, reality TV stars are humans too. Let's not forget that. It's your girl View Reality Recap. Y'all set y'all alerts for our recap tomorrow of Bell Collective. Y'all enjoy y'all Saturday. Be safe. Peace.